Snackable, a few-minute podcast from Self-Access Center and VR Lab, Campus UMX Ecatepec. Have you ever wondered how many times you open the fridge a day, hoping to find something tasty and quick to eat? Picture how your English will be if you ate it in bites. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it. Snackable, a place where broken English is welcome.
Hello, community UMX Ecatepec. How's it going? Welcome to another episode of Snackable. Today in the show, we have such an incredible woman. I have to be honest. As soon as I met her, I knew that she had to be here. I knew it. So let me introduce Maria Teresa Borbolla, right? So she holds a master's degree in humanities. And what we're about to know her. I think that she's so passionate about the way he performs his job as a teacher. So welcome, Professor Tere, Teacher Tere, or just Tere. Please tell me, how should I call you?
You can call me Tere, no problem.
Okay, that's perfect. So welcome to Snackable, Tere. Welcome. Thank you for accepting the invitation, and thank you for sharing what you are about to share with my community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Esme. I'm really glad to be here with you. Thank you for your kind words and expressing such great words about me. I'm delighted to be here. So, yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And as I was saying, well, let me tell my community that I knew you because of course that I took the previous semester, it could be said. So I knew that you inspire people, and if you are able to inspire not only in this field of learning a language, but also as human beings, that is extremely kind from you. So you deserve to be here, and you deserve that people know that there's something out there that inspire people, and I think that is such a great thing.
Thank you so much for the comment. I would really love to think that I do inspire people. I wouldn't really know. I think I might be doing it. Now that I'm hearing you, I guess I am in somehow inspiring people. I feel so glad, and so thank you for the warm welcoming you have already given me, and embracing me and inviting me to the podcast. I don't know if I do inspire people.
I think you do. Yeah. I think you do. Well, let's start with some information about you. So okay. I would like to know, Tere, how is it that you ended up being an English language teacher? I mean, because your degree is in humanities, and I know that this field, that this science, has to do with linguistics, literature, philosophy, history, maybe I don't know, some cultural studies and so on. But what really inspired you to become an English language teacher?
It's funny that you asked that, because funnily enough, I didn't actually want to become an English teacher.
Okay.
Or a language teacher. Ever since I was a little kid, I became passionate about languages, about Spanish, about English. And when I was in junior high school, I basically became bilingual. Okay. And then high school went through. I got in, I graduated, I finished, I graduated and everything. And then right after high school, I entered a different school, a different faculty.
Okay.
Which is not relevant right now, but I didn't quite enjoy studying that.
Can I know what was that? Can I know?
It was medicine. My father.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow I wanted to become a psychiatrist. I don't know why.
Okay.
Anyways, my father was a doctor.
Okay.
And I somehow grew up in this kind of environment. Talk about diseases and health and medicine because my mother is a nurse, or well, used to work as a nurse. And I said, well, why not medicine? So I took the test. I entered the Faculty of Medicine.
Yeah.
I was there for 1 semester. I did great. It was not because of my grades, but I just didn't feel this passion about it, you know? And I decided to drop out of medicine school.
Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah.
Anyways, right after that, I decided I wanted to study something which wasn't so time consuming, you know, as medicine.
Yeah.
And something that would be somehow easier for me to do, because it was medicine marked my life in the way that it was such hard work that I didn't want to do anything with it anymore, you know? And I was like, well, I need something that I'm really good at, that I already know, that won't require me to make such a big effort, you know?
Mm.
I already spoke English back in the day, so I was like, yeah, let's go the BA in English at the School of Languages. It was the School of Languages right there back then. It wasn't faculty back then. And I took the test. I got in, everything okay. And all the subjects would run smoothly for me, you know?
Okay.
It was quite easy for me. I don't know why. But I graduated.
Like in the middle, or I don't know if we can call it a dichotomy, you know, because you pass from something harder as medicine to something not that demanding as I mean, not as demanding as medicine, but not as difficult. I mean, did I make myself clear?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, the way I see it is that people have this idea of the BA in English or languages as not being as hard as some other BAs, such as engineering or medicine and so on, right? Mm-hmm. But it does require you to make an effort to study at some point, you know?
Yeah.
As you, of course, very well know. What I'm saying is that it wasn't as demanding as medicine, but additionally, it was quite easy for me.
Yeah. You were like in the middle, as I was saying, I guess. Okay, yes. Go on, please. This is interesting.
So I graduated from the School of Languages, and I guess I was before I graduated in 5th, 6th semester, and I fell in love with translation. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna work as a translator. I'm gonna become a translator. I want to work with subtitles and dubbing and series and movies, and you know.
Yeah.
But when I was a student, there wasn't that much technology, and we weren't actually taught to do it the way it is done now with all the technology, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't like when I did, because I did go into a contest to become a member of the translation team of the faculty.
Okay.
And I did get in, and I did get work as a translator and everything, but I didn't feel passionate about it. I didn't just quite fall in love with it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I guess I was kind of lazy. Let's just say that it required me to spend long hours doing it, and I didn't want something that was so time consuming, because I was part of the university's soccer team, and indoors football team and flag football team, and then the training, the practices would take a long time as well. So I needed to combine everything all together, and it was like I just.
So the way I say you're very talented, but also you have this ability to manage, and I mean your priorities, you know. Also, I mean, yeah. I mean, you are talented. You have the abilities. You are capable, but also you have pretty clear idea of your goals or the things that you want to to really do. That is the thing that I am getting.
Yeah, I think now that you put it that way, I think you may be right, because I didn't want to be in the team of translators of the faculty anymore. My priority was to become, to keep
The years of life, maybe.
remain in the team of university, because they would give me this scholarship,
Okay.
and I enjoyed it. Even
Mhm.
of course, I enjoyed that more than I enjoyed translating, because of the long hours, and because back in those days, what we would use was the Simon and Schuster's dictionary or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Dictionaries and just a little bit of internet, but not that much. So it was just like pure talent and language level, and Spanish level as well, in order to write it correctly, right? But well, anyways, I decided not to go down that road anymore. And when I graduated, I did try to find work, to find a job as a translator, but it wasn't possible, because it wasn't a steady job, because whenever you get a project, it's just like you do the project, you turn it in, and you get the money. You're paid. You're getting paid, but just for that project, and then it's like no more money until you get another project.
Okay. Yes.
So what was a steady job, and what was a bi-weekly payment on a permanent basis, was teaching. So I got into teaching, not that very passionate about it, not very fond of it. And I started teaching, and then I never stopped.
Yes, I can see it. So now, how was it that you started, to go into humanities?
Right,
Yeah.
right at the point when I was on the verge of deciding what to study, it was humanities or the School of Languages.
Okay.
And I decided to go for English. But I did want to study letras, the Spanish language and everything. And when I finished, I graduated, I started teaching, I went to England, I got back here, I started working, I retook the job of teaching, and then I was eager to do something more like engaging, that would spice up my mind, that would give me some motivation or whatever. I just needed something, academically speaking.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go for a master's in education. And I was like, I always wanted to do that. Why not go for it now? Then I did. And it was master's in humanities, but it's specifically in literary studies.
Okay. Amazing. So, you have mentioned it, and you mentioned something related to your stay in England. So, how was it? I would like to know why you were there, or I don't know, this British accent of you is because of because it is lovely, to be honest. It is, yeah. But how was it? What was it?
Thank you so much. Right after I graduated, I got a job at a private school, and then there was this guy, this boy, this young man who had been in the same year at school, at the School of Languages, and he told me about this program because he had already been there or worked as a language assistant, and he told me about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can apply for this. So I went for it. I applied. And it was a program like a joint program between the British Council and the Secretaría de Educación Pública, here in Mexico. So I applied. I went to the interviews. It was in Mexico City, of course, and I was admitted. So There were many people there, of course, and we all went to England as language assistants for the Spanish teacher there. And I got there, and it was like I was there for about 8-9 months.
Okay.
Because I did return before the program ended, because I wanted to study a master's in linguistics at UNAM.
Okay.
Spanish linguistics. And when I got back, I went to UNAM and I took all the tests and the interviews, and I was admitted. Funnily enough, strangely enough, I had kind of forgotten about that. But anyways, I did get in, but there's the but. I got pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to go back and forth every day, like the subway and the bus and everything with all the morning sickness,
Yeah.
So I just dropped out.
Okay. Okay, I see it. I mean, that is so interesting. But well, anyways, I think that you had the chance to live this experience, and of course, it was very rich for you and your career as a teacher, I guess. So, congrats on that. Not everybody has the chance to experience something like that. And as I was saying at the beginning, you have these skills, the ability, the intelligence, and also the passion. It is not easy to take decisions like that. Like saying, I am leaving to England. I am going to spend 8 months there. I'm free. I am trying to do it. No, so congrats. It takes some strength and courage.
Courage to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're leaving everything behind.
Exactly. Yeah.
Family, friends, everything behind.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you. Well, changing a little bit this this line of the interview. I mean, you've been teaching for many years. So I would like to know, what are the main differences that you have seen in the way students are learning or have learned? Could you see any differences? Maybe because of technology, maybe because of behavior, because as you know, generations are changing and the skills that we possess are kind of different.
Yeah, as you were saying, it's an ever-changing world. And one of the things that I see, that I notice now that I didn't used to, I don't know if it was notice or realize or even see in my students back, when I was, when I first became a teacher. I guess it's the attention span. It's just so short.
Okay.
Nowadays, students, they don't really listen to you or pay attention to you.
Okay.
And for a long time, that's what I mean. For a long time. When I started teaching, I truly believe it wasn't like that. They would listen to you. They would pay attention. Of course, they were students, and of course, they would get distracted at times. I don't think it's like that anymore. And I think that somehow TikTok, Instagram, and all the YouTube shorts have something to do with it, because all of the students, society wants everything at an immediate pace, like we want everything fast. We want to get everything over with. And I think it's a problem for students, young students, because we have already graduated, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's not a problem for us anymore. Maybe in a meeting, for us, the problem would be like in a meeting, you're with your mobile phone, you're not paying attention to your boss. But then you may ask, or you get like the summary of the meeting, and then problem solved. But I do believe the problem with students is a global issue we should take care of. We should pay attention to.
Okay. So now you were talking about youngsters, right? And well, I know that you have also been like trainer for teachers. I mean, teachers who already teach English, all right?
Yes.
So from your experience, what are the main differences between teaching students and teaching teachers?
Oh, there are many differences.
Yeah.
What I enjoy the most is this is a confession.
Okay.
I can relax a bit in the regarding the marking of the activities, regarding I don't have to be so that much aware of how much work the students are doing because they do it.
Okay.
Professors do it. Professors do turn in the homework, the assignments. They do work. They do want to learn. They are there because they want to. Whereas on the other hand, students, young people, I don't want to say it this way, but I do have to check that they,
Okay.
aside from turning in the assignments on time, they do it, or they do the homework or the assignment, whatever it is, without cheating.
Okay.
Without the copy pasting, without AI, or if it's AI, that they follow the instructions the way they were indicated, and I think that's the main difference. As a teacher, I can relax on that part.
Okay.
However, when I work with young students, I can relax in the way that the level is not that high, not that advanced times, because I do work in a private school and it's very, very demanding with the high levels. But with professors, believe it or not, I still get nervous. Right?
Yes.
Whenever I start a course with professors specifically, I get nervous. I am always wondering whether my level will be enough,
Can you feel like you are being judged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course I'm not, but I just start feeling that way. And I'm always worried about what if they ask me a question I might not be able to answer,
Yeah.
But in my experience, all the students from the professors group, from the professor classes, have always been nice to me.
Yeah.
Excellent people, great people, dedicated people, hardworking people, eager to learn. And that's something I really appreciate.
Yeah. I think that I feel you now that you mention it, because when I started this project, I have to be honest, I was afraid. I was afraid of doing it because to me it was like my colleagues are going to judge me because of my accent, because of my pronunciation, because what if I don't know how to express my ideas? What if I get nervous? And I was, to be honest, I was nervous of starting this project. But then I said, Esme, if you want to do it, do it. You might inspire somebody. You are practicing. You are also learning, because despite the fact that you are a teacher, it doesn't mean that you know everything in this world. So just try it. Just try to learn. And let the world accept it or not, So I don't know. That's my idea about this. And I think that is the reason that I kind of feel you when you say that you are nervous. And yeah, I totally get you. But I don't know. I think that you perform incredibly. So congrats on that. As I was saying at the beginning, you inspired. You really inspired. And well, it leads me to the photo question, because I mean, we have also heard your ideas about teaching students and professors or teachers in this case. But do you think that teachers feel more vulnerable when they become learners again?
Can you repeat the question for me, please?
Yes. Do teachers feel more vulnerable when they become learners again? What do you think?
I wouldn't really know, but what I can say is that, at least in my classes, I have been commented, or people have commented to me that in my class they have felt this this confidence, that the environment was confident, was making them confident enough to share their experience, to share their questions, to ask questions, and to feel as a student rather than as a teacher. And I think that is helpful. That I have received those comments, and I love the fact that they feel this this family environment, in order to be able to feel vulnerable. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I can witness that. I can witness that. So yeah, I was happy in your classes, and I have always liked English. So as you were saying, adults or at least teachers, we kind of know what we are doing. And if we are there, it's because we want to learn, because we want to practice, because we want to improve. So of course that makes a lot of difference when you are in charge of a group.
Of course. Totally.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Tere. So here in Snackable, we have this set of snack questions. Yes. So we are coming to the end of this interview. So I would like to know much more about you. But I know sometimes life is we live in a hurry, Sometimes.
I know.
So, yeah.
Is it okay if I add one quick comment?
Yeah, for sure.
I think I didn't talk that much about England, but I do believe that it was a great experience, as you were saying, but it did influence the way I speak. And I love the accent, and the pronunciation that I do have now is because of my stay in England.
Yeah.
So yes, that's a huge part of my English speaking.
Yeah, and it is and it is lovely. It is lovely. I don't know. I just love your accent. And I don't know, to me, if I could, of course, I will do it. I will try to imitate the accent. But sometimes I have this idea that the way you sound is perfect. If you have the ability to imitate an accent, that is completely correct. But also, if you feel comfortable the way you speak and the way you express, that's enough. We're achieving this goal of communication, So anyways, I love it. I love it. I really love it. And if I could, of course, I will speak like a British woman,
Thank you.
As you do. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that idea. Well, as I was saying, we have this section of snack questions. So I just will ask you to answer with a very short phrase or just a single word. Yes?
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So who panics more, students or teachers?
Oh my God. Teachers on the very first day.
Okay. What scares teachers the most when they become students?
Being judged by their co-workers.
All right. What's harder to teach, English or other teachers?
Other teachers, I don't know. English.
All right. Okay. One thing teachers hate admitting they don't know.
What's that again?
Yeah. One thing teachers hate admitting they don't know.
I don't know. What do we hate when we have a meeting?
Yeah.
No coffee. Having no coffee.
Okay. Yeah.
No coffee in the meeting is not a good idea.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right. I'll finally finish this sentence. Every teacher is also a
learner.
Nice. Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. So, Tere, thank you so much for accepting the invitation. I don't know if you have like a final thought or piece of advice for both teachers and students, or if you just want to add something about light, about your experience. I don't know.
What I can say as bottom line is that no matter how different your accent sounds from a native speaker, we must always bear in mind that we are second language learners, and an accent will be there always.
Yes.
So don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, perfect. Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much again for accepting the invitation. It was my pleasure to have you here. It is snackable. So now you are part of this community. Thank you so much
for the invitation.
Thank you so much. Okay, Community YMX Ecatepec, thank you for joining us. See you next episode.